Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Graham, Eason, Nolan!
Thank you. Hasn't everyone been awesome tonight? Everyone's been awesome tonight so far, right? So tomorrow is my 1-year anniversary of living in New York City. Thank you. I am so fucking single that I am no longer afraid of Craigslist personals. And it's because I'm old, not like old, but like gay old. You know? Because we depreciate and value so fast. It's like a straight woman sees me and says, ooh, like Enrique Iglesias. And a gay guy sees me and goes, ugh, Julio Iglesias. I want a boyfriend, but I know that like it's such a grass is always greener kind of thing. Like, you know, the dating versus single thing. Like when you're married, you wish you were just dating still. And when you're dating, you wish you were single. When you're single, you wish you were dead. I'm so jaded. I know I'm such a Miranda. Aren't I Miranda? Like I've got like the bitterness and the cynicism and the haircut. I wish I had the shoulders. She like, so that show changed everything, by the way, because if you go up to an attractive, beautiful, smart, professional woman and you say, you're a whore, she will justifiably get very upset. But if you go up to the same woman and say, you're a Samantha, she says, I'm buying brunch. It's crazy. That show, we owe it. As a society, we owe that show. Like, you know, if guys used to say shit like, you know, there's 2 kinds of women in the world. Women who want to fuck me and lesbians, right? Sex and the City walked up on its well-mellowed heel and says, we're more complex than that. There's 4 kinds of women in the world. And we're all white, and we're all rich. I would never want to be rich, and I don't want to be famous. Like, people say they don't want to be famous. I would never, ever want to be famous. Mostly because I think they make you date Jennifer Aniston. And I don't want to. Besides being gay, like, she just seems so needy, you know? Like, I haven't seen someone so desperate to settle since the Pilgrims. And, like, and Lindsay Lohan, who wants to be famous? Look what it did to her. Like, she used to be so cute, and now she looks like Gollum from Lord of the Rings got a spray tan. It sucks. Come on, guys. Lindsay Lohan looks like a Victoria's Secret model who's losing the Hunger Games. It's sad. All right? If only there had been some cautionary tale to help her out about teaching her what happens to mean girls. If only it was a movie that she, like, fucking starred in or something. I don't know. I will never be famous because all my sex tapes are awful. Like, they're terrible. You can't really see anything because it's so dark in the bathrooms at work. And it's hard to get like a good angle when you're the only person there, but like, I do what I can. All like the sex videos and the sexting and stuff like that, it's so fun. Like I love technology, like I love that stuff, but I find it also makes people so lazy, you know? And I find it makes gay kids lazy. And here's why. Cyberbullying, they think they have it bad, they have it good. When I was a kid, I had to walk 12 miles to school in the snow both ways to get called a homo. They can just get called a homo on their Facebook wall. I built character and I got fresh air and there's no app for that. Right? Kids have it easy. I find that like most people are pretty tolerant of me being gay as an adult, and if you give, you know, straight people a couple Mike's Hard Lemonades, they start asking questions. When I was in a relationship, they would ask stuff like, so which one of you is the boy and which one of you is the girl? And I'm like, well, I prefer to pee sitting down, and he's a terrible driver, and neither of us enjoys sex very much, so I think we're both the girl? I'm not sure. Then they'd ask, who pays for dinner on the first date? Because in the straight world, like, the guy pays for dinner, right? But, you know, in the gay world, there's no equivalent because we don't eat in front of each other. It doesn't happen. One of my friends, they ask you about anal sex, you know, eventually, if they get drunk enough, and I tell them the truth. It's like running up the down escalator at the mall. Everyone's interested in trying it once, but no one's really getting anywhere, and no one's walking comfortably as a result. It's terrible. I had straight friends. had straight friends ask me about the hanky code. You know what the hanky code is? Does anyone know what this is? It's like gay guys have these handkerchiefs that hang out of the back of their pockets, and the color of it indicates what kind of sexual acts you're into. So like red means fisting, and black means S&M, and like it gets really specific. Like silver lame means you're a star fucker, and brown corduroy means you have a teacher fetish. So I'm actually gonna try some out at the Pride Parade tomorrow. Some new ones. Like I'm gonna wear a hanky made of a comfortable blanket to indicate that I like to fall asleep in the middle of sex. It happens, I don't like it. I'm gonna wear one that's made of crushed velvet covered in plastic to indicate that I like having sex on your grandmother's couch. And then I'm gonna wear one that's like a red hanky and it's got thin black stripes and it's obscure, but it's for, I'm into Calvin and Hobbes sex, which is where I pretend to be a young imaginative boy and I meet you in the woods and you're dressed as a tiger. It's a unique fetish. You know, I'm obviously cool being gay now, right? And it's like, you know, I hid it as a kid because you don't want to be bullied and you don't want to be made fun of at all. But, you know, because porn is misleading. When you get roughed up by a gang of football players in high school, it doesn't end with a fun twist that you have to explain to the coach when he walks in. I'm like, now, but I'm over it because I got over it. I went up to the biggest bully in high school at my high school reunion and I told him, like, you know, every time you called me a homo, every time you gave me a wedgie, every time you made a sex joke about my mom, I forgive you. He was like, he got teared up and, you know, he was like, wow, you're a bigger man than me. And I said, that's funny, that's what your fucking dad said last night. Thank you very much.
Graham, Eason, Nolan, ladies and gentlemen.